Gold Hoarders, the faction pirate lovers play this game for. Using maps to seek out lost buried treasure, or an enchanting compass to find lost fragments of a page with the location of an artifact. Welcome to Jax's Guide to the Sea of Thieves. Gold Hoarder's reputation. Like most other reputation, it goes from level 1 to 500, with a distinction every 101 levels, for a total of 5 distinctions. Reaching the max level takes dedication and cannot be reached overnight. The grind is slow and should be fun. Rewards end at level 100, other than a few titles and a ring per distinction level. The last quest is unlocked at level 45, so there is no need to rush. Reputation levels in Sea of Thieves are exponential, which means it's harder to obtain levels the closer you get to level 100. Level 42 is halfway to level 50. Reputation can be gained in a variety of ways. Loot items are the main way to gain reputation XP. Commendations give a small amount of XP. Letters of recommendation give exactly 1 level of reputation. Can be purchased once a month for 30 doubloons. Lowering Gold Hoarder Emissary Flag when above level 2 gives XP. And completing quests gives a small amount of XP. Reputation can be multiplied in a few ways. The Emissary Flag can increase reputation and gold earnings by plus 33% for level 2, plus 66% for level 3, plus 100% for level 4, and plus 150% for level 5. Gold Rush is an event that happens twice daily. Gold Rush boosts rewards by plus 50%, stackable with Emissary bonus, but will not happen when the next 2 events are happening. Golden Glory, Gifts and Glory, Ghoul and Glory gives double rewards plus 100% to all loot sold during the event. Golden Glory happens a few times a year. Community Day / Community Weekend gives a maximum of 150% extra rewards on all loot sold during Community Day / Weekend. It happens once per season. These events do not affect the reputation gained from a letter of recommendation. Quest being the main and most efficient way to gain reputation is what we pirates do most for XP. Depending on what quest you pick for your voyage dictates what loot you receive. Rarer loot can be found from higher level voyages, which will take longer and be harder than a shorter, easier quest. Most of the easier quests will start with A pirates, whilst the harder voyage will start with A captains. Diving to a quest will take out the need to find the island that you need to go to, but you'll lose all the items on your ship except supplies, supply crates, and spears. An Ashen quest takes part in the Devil's Roar, a much more dangerous region with volcanoes, but all loot gained will be Ashen and will sell for double the normal counterpart. A raid quest has you dive to an event. Treasure Map Quest. When voting off on a treasure map quest, you will be given an X marks the spot map. Using the map given, locate the island on your ship's map. Mark and note the relative compass direction in the bottom right of the map. Using this, get the direction you need to travel. Using the compass to the right of the wheel to travel to the island you have marked. Check in on the map to make sure you're heading in the right way. Once you have reached the island, pull sails, drop anchor, and repair any damage the boat might have received. Finally, bail out the water left in the hull. Once on the island, using the details on the map like rocks, bushes, trees, sand, and plants to locate the buried treasure. Once you think you found the spot, use your shovel and dig. Once the treasure has been dug up, return with it back to your ship and continue till the map is removed or the quest is completed. Riddle Quest. After voting on a riddle quest, you will be given a page with the name of an island on it. After locating and sailing to the island, stepping foot on it will progress the riddle. Once the riddle progresses, it will ask you to find a location and do an action. Finding the location might be a little difficult. Skeleton mercenaries can be found and dug up on the island and help with the quest. Another way is to use Sought Companion, made by Rare Thief. Once you have located the position, do the action it says. Actions include raising a lantern, raising tankard, playing a shanty, and holding the map to your face. Continue this till the last riddle. Once on the last riddle and you found the location, use the compass and the cardinal direction. Hold the compass up to your face and count your head bobs to count paces. Sometimes it'll ask to dig at a tall tree or a group of trees in a cardinal direction from where you are standing. Once you found the spot, dig. Once dug up, return the chest to your boat. Open it up, and claim the gold that's inside. Treasure Vault Voyage. This voyage is different than the other two. Instead of being given a map, you are given a golden wayfinder. This enchanted compass will point you in the direction of a torn map. Using the direction the compass is pointing, you'll find the island. You'll know you are close, or at the island when the compass point starts moving sporadically. When on the island, follow the compass until the point spins in a circle. Once it does, dig up the torn map parchment. Once you pick it up, it will give you the map. The map will not be complete. A pirate's treasure vault has 3 pieces, a captain's will have 6. On a random piece of the map, the X mark will spawn. Once it does, locate and sail to the island. When at the X marked island, dig up the X and receive the treasure vault key. Reading and interacting with the key will tell you the island and where the vault is located. When at the island, find the vault. It will be marked with rock paintings resembling the design of the key, most being animals. Place the totem on the designated totem spot. Doing this will open rock leading you to the vault itself. After a few moments, the vault door will open, revealing a ton of loot and a puzzle. The vault door will slowly close after being activated. You must work quickly with your crew, move treasure outside the vault, and complete the puzzle to get a chest of ancient tributes. To complete the puzzle, you need at least 1 vault medallion. Finding more medallions will make the vault easier to complete. When you place your first medallion, it will give you a symbol: skull, crown, chest, and chalice. Whichever you get, turn the leftmost pillar to show this symbol. The middle and left pillars help solve the final pillar. The middle 2 pillars will either be a key and a lock. The key will either be pointing up or down. The other can be chains, one pointing up or across, or 2 chains pointing up or across. The final pillar will be a combination of all previous pillars. After understanding the puzzle, we can use the first and final pillars to our advantage. We can place 1 medallion and get the first pillar. When we know what the first pillar is, we can see what the last pillar will have. It will only have 2 solutions. Working backwards, we can find the solution. Here, my first pillar is chalice, which means the final pillar must have a chalice on it. In my case, I have turned the final pillar to double chain down and key down. I then go to the middle two pillars and change them to match the final pillar. Pressing the button, I find my solution is wrong. I then change my final pillar to the other chalice painting. Again, I work backwards and change the middle pillars to key up and double chain up. This completed my puzzle. Once the puzzle vault is complete, grab the chest of ancient tributes and place it outside the door. Grab all loot you find in the vault and place it outside the door. Once the vault door closes, bring all of the loot back to your ship. Medley of the Gold Hoarder Voyages. This is a quest with a treasure map, a riddle map, and a wayfinder compass. A great way to get a lot of loot fast. Raid Voyages. A raid on a sea fort. Dive to a sea fort and defeat waves of phantoms. Once the captain is defeated, use the key he drops to open a treasure room at the bottom of the fort. The vault contains 3 captain's chests, 2 sailor's chests, and 2 cradles of virtue, totaling a max of 9,870 gold. Searching around the fort, opening crates, boxes, drawers, and cabinets, you can find a storeroom key. The storeroom contains 2 vestiges of power, totaling a max of 3,350 gold. Totaling 13,220 gold. A raid on a skeleton camp. Dive to a skeleton camp and explore below underground. Complete constellations with a stargazer. Afterwards, defeat a few waves of skeletons. Once the captain is defeated, the vault door will open, containing 1 peculiar coral relic, 1 preposterous hoarder's relic, 1 vestige of power, totaling a max of 13,600 gold. An adventure to a sunken shrine. There are many types of shrines, so I won't get into how to complete each one. At the end, it contains 3 to 4 Seamaster's chests, 2 to 3 cradles of virtue, and 1 silvered coral cup, totaling a max of 13,360 gold. A raid on a sunken treasury. Dive to a raid, swim into the depths, and fight off waves of coral skeletons, ocean crawlers, and sirens. Defeating the final captain rewards you with 3 Seamaster's chests, 3 coral captain's chests, 3 cradles of virtue, and 2 peculiar coral relics, totaling a max of 20,980 gold. A duel with an Ashen Lord. Dive to duel an Ashen Lord. Fight the Ashen Lord and his waves of skeleton minions, with a massive fire tornado showing off your location to everyone on the server. After defeating the Ashen Lord, he will drop the Ashen Windskull, selling for 10k. 1 Hoarder's Record, 1 Vestige of Power, and 3 Sailor's Chests, totaling 7,725 gold. A raid on a skeleton fort. Dive to fight and destroy waves of skeletons, ending off against 3 skeleton captains and a skeleton lord, who when defeated will drop an ashen key, a map to an ashen chest, 2 villainous bounty skulls, 1 stronghold skull, a map to a rag and bone crate, and a key to open the vault under the main room of the fort, totaling a max of 7,100 gold and 20 doubloons. In this vault is 1 preposterous hoarder of requiem, 3 sea master's chests, 3 captain's chests, 2 cradles of virtue, totaling a total max of 20,420 gold. A battle with a skeleton fleet. Dive to face a fleet of skeleton vessels. Take them out 1 or 2 at a time until the final fleet captain's ship. After scuttling the ships, loot will float up from the wreckage. Each skeleton ship drops 1 sailor's chest and 1 high-value trinket. Until the captain. Once the captain is defeated, dropping 1 sea master's chest, 1 high-value trinket, and 1 glittering hoarder's requiem, totaling a max of 24,100 gold. A battle with the Burning Blade Armada. Dive to banish a ghost fleet. Fight waves of ghost ships, ending with a fight with a ghostly version of Flameheart's flagship, the Burning Blade. Battling with other ships called the Ashen Dragon. These flagships drop loot when banished. 4 Ashen Dragons will spawn, and will drop 1 sailor's chest and 1 high-value trinket each. The Burning Blade drops 3 Sea Master's chests, 3 Cradle of Virtue, and 1 Glittering Hoarder's Requiem, totaling a max of 38,740 gold. A Gilded Voyage for the Gold Hoarders. A Gilded Gold Hoarders quest gives 6 maps. Each contains 2 King's Chests and a treasure chest either containing 2 Glittering Hoarder's Requiems or 2 to 3 Crowns of Hope. Completing all gives a total of 12 King's Chests, 7 Crowns of Hope, and 6 Glittering Hoarder's Requiems. Adding it all together gives 130,300 gold. These quests are given out a few times a year, normally around Christmas, but sometimes if the servers go down for a few days, one will be put into your inventory. Gold Hoarder's Emissary Quest. Received at the Gold Hoarder's tent or bank after reaching Grade 5 Emissary. This quest gives 4 maps totaling 6 Baron's chests, 4 Admiral's chests, giving a max of 18,600 gold. The Ashen Quest gives slightly more gold, around 5k extra. Can be found at the Gold Hoarder's tent in the Devil's Roar. Message in a Bottle Quest. Messages in a bottle can be found in multiple places. Island shores, barrels of plenty, and shipwrecks. Message in a bottle shine a silver glow. Other bottles, like a coral message in a bottle, will shine a different color. Messages in a bottle will give a quest on a random island with high tier loot only. A riddle quest from a bottle will give 3 Crowns of Hope, totaling a max of 9,600 gold. A dig quest from a bottle will give 3 to 9 maps. Most digs will be King's Chests, selling for 3,100 gold each. Rarely a cursed chest will be dug up. The cursed chest includes the Chest of 1,000 Grogs, selling for 2,600 gold. Chest of Sorrows and Chest of Rage, selling for 3,500 gold. And the Chest of Everlasting Sorrow, selling for 6,800 gold. Mysterious journals are long forgotten. They were designed around Sea of Thieves quest back when the level cap was 50, not the 500 it is today. Mysterious journals are found on islands and give a map with a few digs that spawn low-tier loot, such as Castaway's Chest, Seafarer's Chest, and Marauder's Chest. Rarely they'll spawn higher-tier loot, like a Captain's Chest or a Cursed Chest, but only include the Chest of Sorrows and the Chest of Grog. Loot. Here's a list of every item you can sell to the Gold Hoarders. Castaway's Chest sells for 60 to 130 gold. Seafarer's Chest sells for 140 to 260 gold. Marauder's Chest sells for 280 to 520 gold. Captain's Chest sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Shipwreck Castaway's Chest sells for 60 to 130 gold. Shipwreck Seafarer's Chest sells for 140 to 260 gold. Shipwreck Marauder's Chest sells for 280 to 520 gold. Shipwreck Captain's Chest sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Sailor's Chest sells for 1,000 to 1,050 gold. Sea Master's Chest sells for 1,500 to 1,550 gold. Admiral's Chest sells for 1,525 to 1,575 gold. Baron's Chest sells for 2,000 to 2,050 gold. King's Chest sells for 3,000 to 3,100 gold. Coral Castaway's Chest sells for 105 to 228 gold. Coral Seafarer's Chest sells for 245 to 455 gold. Coral Marauder's Chest sells for 490 to 910 gold. Coral Captain's Chest sells for 980 to 1,925 gold. Ashen Castaway's Chest sells for 140 to 260 gold. Ashen Seafarer's Chest sells for 280 to 520 gold. Ashen Marauder's Chest sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Ashen Captain's Chest sells for 1,100 to 2,100 gold. Ashen Sailor's Chest sells for 1,300 to 1,350 gold. Ashen Seamaster's Chest sells for 1,700 to 1,798 gold. Ashen Admiral's Chest sells for 1,825 to 1,875 gold. Ashen Baron's Chest sells for 2,250 to 2,300 gold. Ashen King's Chest sells for 3,700 to 3,800 gold. Chest of the Damned sells for 1,000 to 1,060 gold. Skeleton Captain's Chest sells for 1,150 to 1,550 gold. Stronghold Chest sells for 1,500 to 3,000 gold. Chest of Ancient Tributes sells for 3,400 to 3,900 gold. Chest of Fortune sells for 20,000 gold. Chest of 1,000 Grog sells for 2,200 to 2,600 gold. Chest of Sorrow sells for 3,000 to 3,500 gold. Chest of Rage sells for 3,000 to 3,500 gold. Chest of Everlasting Sorrow sells for 6,000 to 6,800 gold. Chest of Boundless Sorrow sells for 6,000 to 6,800 gold. Ancient Goblet sells for 60 to 130 gold. Bronze Secret Keeper sells for 60 to 130 gold. Mysterious Vessel sells for 60 to 130 gold. Silvered Cup sells for 140 to 260 gold. Elaborate Flagon sells for 140 to 260 gold. Decorative Coffer sells for 140 to 260 gold. Gilded Chalice sells for 280 to 520 gold. Ornate Carafe sells for 280 to 520 gold. Golden Requiem sells for 280 to 520 gold. Adorned Receptacle sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Opulent Curio sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Peculiar Relic sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Vestige of Power sells for 1,655 to 1,675 gold. Cradle of Virtue sells for 2,215 to 2,235 gold. Crown of Hope sells for 3,100 to 3,200 gold. Mysterious Coral Vessel sells for 105 to 228 gold. Silvered Coral Cup sells for 245 to 455 gold. Golden Coral Requiem sells for 490 to 910 gold. Peculiar Coral Relic sells for 980 to 1,925 gold. Roaring Goblet sells for 140 to 260 gold. Brimstone Casket sells for 280 to 520 gold. Devil's Remnant sells for 560 to 1,100 gold. Magnus Grail sells for 1,100 to 2,100 gold. Ashes of Ruin sells for 2,250 to 2,300 gold. Vessel of Fire sells for 3,300 to 3,350 gold. Crown of Flame sells for 3,800 to 3,900 gold. Stone Treasure Vault Key sells for 1,200 to 1,400 gold. Silver Treasure Vault Key sells for 2,300 to 2,400 gold. Gold Treasure Vault Key sells for 3,600 to 3,750 gold. Hoarder's Reliquary sells for 5,000 gold. Preposterous Hoarder's Reliquary sells for 10,000 gold. Glittering Hoarders Reliquary sells for 15,000 gold. Sapphire Mermaid Gem sells for 1,000 gold. Emerald Mermaid Gem sells for 1,500 gold. Ruby Mermaid Gem sells for 2,000 gold. Sapphire Siren Gem sells for 1,000 gold. Emerald Siren Gem sells for 1,500 gold. Ruby Siren Gem sells for 2,000 gold. Sapphire Breath of the Sea sells for 4,000 gold. Emerald Breath of the Sea sells for 6,000 gold. Ruby Breath of the Sea sells for 8,000 gold. Orb of Secrets sells for 20,000 gold. All collector's chests sell for 250 to 520 gold. Tridents sell for 250 gold. Horn of Fair Wind sells for 1,000 to 1,500 gold. Cannon of Rage sells for 250 gold. Commendations. Golden Voyager. Complete 250 Gold Hoarder voyages. Rewards: the Golden Voyager title. The fastest way to complete: vote to dive to a pirate's treasure map. Dig up the chest, sail back into the open sea, and re-vote for a pirate's treasure map. Keeper of the Glittering Hoard. Earn 150,000 gold with Gold Hoarder voyages. Rewards: Keeper of the Glittering Hoard title. Easiest way to complete is to do this whilst doing other commendations or earning reputation. Sailor of the Golden Horizon. Sail 1,000 nautical miles in Gold Hoarder voyages. Rewards: Sailor of the Golden Horizon title. Unlockable rewards: unlocks the Gold Hoarder Speaking Trumpet, Spyglass, and Tankard for purchase. Easiest way to complete is whilst doing other commendations and voyages. Hoarder of the Castaways Gold. Sell 90 Castaways chests to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: the Hoarder of the Castaways Gold title. Fastest way to complete is by doing a Pirate's Treasure Vault voyage for low tier loot. Hoarder of the Seafarer's Gold. Sell 180 Seafarer's chests to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: the Hoarder of Seafarer's Gold title. Fastest way to complete is by doing a Pirate's Treasure Vault for low tier loot. Hoarder of the Marauder's Gold. Sell 270 Marauder's chests to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Marauder's Gold title. Fastest way to complete is by doing a Captain's Treasure Vault voyage for high tier loot. Hoarder of the Captain's Gold. Sell 360 Captain's chests to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Captain's Gold title. Fastest way to complete is by doing the Captain's Treasure Vault voyage for high tier loot. Hoarder of Grog Soaked Gold. Sell 100 chests of 1,000 grogs to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Grog Soaked Gold title. Fastest way to complete is by doing a Legendary Search for Cursed Treasure voyage. Hoarder of Treasured Tears. Sell 100 chests of sorrow to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Treasured Tears title. Fastest way to complete is by doing a Legendary Search for Cursed Treasure voyage. Hoarder of Barnacle Gold. Sell 300 shipwrecked chests to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Barnacle Gold title. Unlocks rewards: the Silent Barnacle set, the Bristling Barnacle set, Beard, Dipped Hair, Tagged Hair of the Wailing Barnacle for purchase. Fastest way to complete is by stopping at islands on the way to shipwrecks and sinking skeleton ships. Hoarder of Lost Artifacts. Sell 450 treasure artifacts to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards: Hoarder of the Lost Artifacts title. Unlocks Gold Leaf set for purchase. Easiest way to complete is by doing Treasure Vault voyages. Voyages of Gold. Dive to complete 10 Gold Hoarder voyages. Fastest way to complete is by diving to a Pirate's Treasure Map voyage. Gold Raider. Dive to complete 10 raid voyages for the Gold Hoarder. Unlocks the Seamaster's Chest Disguise for purchase. In conjunction with the Rusty Bucket Bay. Commendation. Fastest way to complete is by diving to raid voyages on Sea Forts or Ashen Lords. Reliquary Thief. Sell 50 Hoarders reliquaries that you or another pirate earned from completing raid voyages for the Gold Hoarders. Emissary of Gold. Become an emissary for the Gold Hoarders. Worthy, dedicated, esteemed, and unrivaled Emissary of Gold. Emissary Flag Grade 2 100 times. Emissary Flag Grade 3 80 times. Emissary Grade 4 40 times. Emissary Grade 5 20 times. Golden Tribute. Sell 600 Gold Hoarders treasures whilst flying the Gold Hoarders emissary flag. Fastest way to complete is by doing vault voyages. Eminent Hoarder. Sell 320 Gold Hoarders treasures while flying the Grade 5 Gold Hoarders emissary flag. Hoarder's Garb. Represent the Gold Hoarders through your appearance while sailing as an emissary. Hoarder's Livery. Represent the Gold Hoarders through your ship's appearance while sailing as an emissary. Hoarders Through and Through. As emissary, fully represent the Gold Hoarders through your crew and ship's appearance. Hoarder of Vault Keys. Find 50 Gold Hoarder Treasure Vault Keys. Seeker of Ancient Vaults. Open 100 Gold Hoarders Treasure Vaults using Vault Key. Rewards the Seeker of Ancient Vaults title. Unlocks Ancient Vault Sales. And the Gold Hoarders Blunderbuss, Cutlass, Pistol, and Eye of Reach for purchase. Hoarder of Ancient Tributes. Return 50 chests of Ancient Tributes to the Gold Hoarders. Rewards Hoarder of Ancient Tributes title. Unlocks Ancient Tribute Sales for purchase. Distinguished Gold Hoarder. Earn a distinction for the Gold Hoarders. Hey, it looks like you made it to the end of this very long video. If you watched all the way through, you probably liked it. Like the video if you liked it, disliked it if you didn't. And if you want to see my future videos, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell to be notified on my future videos. The next video will be Order of Souls. Leave a comment of what you would like to see next. Tell me if your favorite thing about the Gold Hoarders. If I missed anything, let me know, and I'll update a pinned comment. Join my Discord and follow my socials. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching.